As I alluded to earlier, NBC announced today that they've reached an agreement with Conan O'Brien. Supposedly he'll get around $32 million, and his staff will split up around $12 million, which I would cash those checks immediately. They're saying that if putting Leno back on at 11:30 doesn't work, the plan is to close NBC down and turn it into a Costco. I would like. Conan isn't even off the air yet. Tomorrow's his last night. But the whole thing already feels to me like some weird period in history, like it happened a long time ago. Maybe it's because the plan to give Conan the Tonight Show has been around for like 5.5 years. Or maybe it's just because I've been watching the Ken Burns documentary. Have you seen this on PBS?
Ken Burns presents The Late Night War. The Late Night War of 2009-2010 shattered America's tranquility. The damage to the National Broadcasting Corporation would take decades to repair. Yet surprisingly, the carnage came as no surprise.
I think pretty much everyone saw it coming. The press, the analysts, the affiliates, the viewers. They were all like, here comes the train wreck. Look out. Here it comes. And then it came.
The war began in September of '09, when President Jeffrey Zucker ordered the forces of General Jebediah J. Leno to cross the evening news and invade prime time. Zucker desperately needed a victory to reverse the flagging fortunes of his network. He did not receive it.
No one knew what was going on. When I turned the TV set on, and there was Jay Leno on at 10 o'clock. And I said, why is Jay Leno on at 10 o'clock? And then I changed the channel. I watched the Madnss.
As fall turned to winter, the fighting grew increasingly bitter.
Winter 2009. The cold is everywhere. Brutal, relentless, intolerable. In fact, it was so cold in New Jersey that a drunk guy broke his fist on Snooki's nipples. Jay Leno.
By December of 2009, the affiliates raised an army and threatened to drive Leno out of prime time. On the evening of January 7th, President Zucker traveled to Burbank to meet with his beleaguered host.
So now we have the two men who have just participated in one of the greatest disasters of television history hatching a new plan to push the Leno show back into late night. The only problem is that's supposed to be friendly territory. The Tonight Show has a host, a young commander by the name of Conan O'Brien. So in essence, President Zucker is ordering Leno to destroy O'Brien. He's actually authorizing an attack on his own forces.
Surprised and outnumbered, O'Brien was quickly defeated. Among the casualties that day, the masturbating bear.
I can't masturbate anymore. It's all dead down there. Dead! Why, God?
Leno's victory is bittersweet. He writes home to his wife Mavis, who he has not seen in more than 8 months.
Dear Mavis, the Tonight Show is once again mine. And yet I feel no sense of joy. My only desire is to return home, to once again see, to touch, to hug and embrace my cause. Respectfully, Jay Leno.
Looking back on the late night war with the benefit of hindsight, you ask yourself, was it stupid? Yes. Was it costly? Yes. Was it preventable? Yes. But was it ultimately positive and even redemptive for television and the country as a whole? No.
Late Night War has been a presentation of Ken Burns Productions.
Whoever did that Leno voice is terrific.